action always in full swing near the French Quarter, and tonight is no different here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Jimmy Butler, Hero out there with Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Leonard in at the 5 down low. And for New Orleans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there with Bledsoe, and it's Adams in at the center, filling out the middle. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning, and that's where you have to focus.
You know, really, you got to get a hand up, but he's going to bury it every time.
Now here's Butler. Outside Robinson. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean,
It's televised. It's starting to happen more in some of those smaller markets as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sport.
Now Adams, following Myers-Leonard's three-point attempt. Adams dishes the ball. 6 to shoot. And Adams with the slam.
What I like right there, ball is patient. He waits for a passing lane to appear, and then he...
And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Trailing by 4. Adebayo passes to Butler. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. So
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And Bones, when you look at Jimmy Butler's elite impact at both ends, you could argue he's the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Miami. On the court for the Heat, they've got Dragic. Achua is out there with Iguodala. Then it's Robinson, and it's Bradley in at the 2-guard spot. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference in that frame. Bledsoe against Dragic. Iguodala outside. Here's the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. 107-0 in the first quarter. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Robinson is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Achua. And it's Bradley in at the shooting guard position.
When you drop one on J.J. Redick, he's going to find a way to stand outside the arc and pay you back.
The Heat leading by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Dragic. And the basket is good.
What balance there from Dragic. He's terrific at fending off the defense and focusing on the rim.
Miami leading by 5. On the court for the Heat, Harkless is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Dragic, and it's Robinson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Dragic from deep. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Heat.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always...
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing here by 8. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Heat, they've got Robinson. Dragic is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Adebayo in at the 5. And for the Heat, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. It's Dragic with the drive, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play.
Boy, he's a player who battles for everything he gets. Dragic with the chance to tack on one more.
And Goran Dragic last season coming off the bench for the first time in his 8 years.
under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Lonzo Ball has steadily improved his three-point shooting. He had to rework his form, moving his windup over to the right side of his body. He said, now my shot is more consistent. We just take it step by step. I'm going to keep working and hope
Strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Now, here's Adebayo. 23 points for him the last game against the... 1:37 left to play here in the half. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Hart is out there with Williamson. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And the Pelicans with possession here. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team. Pass to Ingram. Here's Hart. He's covered by Iguodala. And good that time.
He shares the ball as well.
That shot misses. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Heat lead by 18. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At one stretch in the opening period, they built up an 8-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, let's get your take on Miami.
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Second half. So for New Orleans right now, Adams is out there with Williamson. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. Now here's Ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 5 to shoot. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Ball. Ingram's got the first basket of the third quarter for New Orleans. The lead is 15. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Right side Robinson. And here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Ferocious finish. Bam's natural strength is next level.
By New Orleans.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
And that one drops for him.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job.
On 2 of 4 here to start the second half. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Loads it up for Adebayo. Shots good by Hero. Hero's got 9 points.
What you respect about Zion, he's not trying to flex on everyone. He sees the big picture on the court and in the public eye.
Adding insult to injury.
contested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
The Heat have been coming through at the charity strip. They've made Pelicans trail by 11. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Iguodala out there with
Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion
by 9. They've got J.J. Redick. Williamson out there with Hart. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Ball in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now, here's Achua. Gets the pass to Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Pretty tall point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor.
The Heat leading by 11. Passes it to Brantley. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jimmy, you have not been shy about setting the bar high for this team defensively. Now, how do you think we did at that end tonight?
We did our thing tonight. We came out, put bodies on guys. Basketball's a game of runs. They got some great scores, but in the end, we did what we're supposed to do.
You got the last one, and that's what matters. Thanks, Jimmy. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.